Hi folks, welcome to another video. As I said in the last video, I've been going through some old pictures and today is going to be a nice little mod on what I did to my MK1 Cortina. It started out as a 1500 Deluxe, but we put an injected 2-litre Sierra Pinto lump in it. We've upgraded the brakes to Capri discs and pads, but we wanted to put a servo on. Didn't really like the idea of a remote servo, so I took a trip down the scrapyard and I managed to find a nice small unit off of a MK2 Polo. This is the process we went through to get it to fit. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so as you can see, we started with a beautiful, clean, fresh engine bay. This had just come out of the shot blast booth and I'd literally just etch primed it. That's why it's still got that shine on it. Here we've got a picture of the servo. Unfortunately, I didn't take any pictures of it. Well, I can't find any pictures of it, sorry, before I'd painted it. So this is the only picture that I do have of it just on its own. Here you can see a little template I made up. It's a sacrificial template and it was purely and simply because it's a lot easier to get the holes right on this sacrificial piece of metal while that's on the bench than it is to try and mark out the bodywork, holding the servo in place and messing around doing everything else. I did cut a recess. That was pretty much a guess. As you will see a little bit later, you can tell that it was a bit over on the top, but it didn't matter in the end. Here we've got the strengthening plate inside. I've gone a little bit over to the tunnel because we're going to be running a hydraulic clutch. Here you can see the sacrificial plate has been taken off. The cutout on the inner wing's been cleaned up, and I've cleaned up all of the surrounding areas, the bolt holes and the aperture for the servo. This is the inside of the inner wing, pretty much the same aperture, nothing special here. Test fitted the servo in. As I said earlier, the slot in the inner wing was a bit of a guess. As you can see, there's a little bit more of a gap at the top than at the bottom, but it's all good because I made a fillet. Here's the little fillet. I can't remember for the life of me what I used to get that circumference. As I said, this is well over 10 years ago that I did this, but as you can see, just made this little fillet, 2 little plates either end to box it all in. Here it is from the underside, all cleaned up before it went in. Here you can see the plate clamped in place with these butt weld clamps. Same here, you know, it's nice, clean, tidy all the way around. Before I welded it, I test fitted the servo in. You can see the gap is close, but plenty of tolerance for any flex, plus plenty of room to get the servo in and out. Here you've got it fully seam welded. Unfortunately, like I said, you know, this was well over 10 years ago that I did this, so there wasn't any pictures of like tacking and going around it. It's just seam welded, cleaned on the back. Wasn't special on the back, but it was all stone chipped. This is pretty much how the car sits today, unfortunately. Like I said, it is the old man's car and we've had arguments about it. This was a couple of years ago. You can see the servo in, the hydraulic clutch cylinder there. The Pinto's now out of it because it's been rebuilt, and the suspension legs are back on. This was the first incarnation of the pedal box. It's been changed since then, and we had a Capri column in at the time. But like I said, we did put a Mondeo column in, which is fully adjustable. As you can see, a pretty clean and factory looking modification. In my case, I did end up making a new pedal box, but that's because it was an automatic and we fitted an adjustable Mondeo steering column. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications on all future videos. You can follow me on social media. I'm normally on there day to day. Links are at the end of the video and down in the description. Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help make better videos for yourselves. I hope you have a good day and thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.